Hey, it's John at Tinderbox Arts. This Triumph Tiger 800XC is my son's bike. It's a 2013 model, and it has a problem with the shifter. He came home from a recent ride, and you see here the lever doesn't return as it should. So if you shift, it will make the shift, but then the spring pressure isn't there, so it doesn't return to get ready for the next shift. Now, if we look at this lever, it comes over here, there's a connecting rod, and then there's a shaft right here that goes through the engine. Now I'm going to show you the other side of this shaft. Now as we approach from the other side, I'll just point out that my son has already taken off the cover and removed the clutch basket. And if I come over here, you just get oriented to where we are. Here's the seat, and I come down, and this is the area that we're talking about. Now the shift mechanism is right in here in this area, and the shaft that we're talking about, the other end, ends right here. Now I'm going to give you a close-up. So I'm going to hold a flashlight here and point with a machinist pick. What I want to call your attention to, back here, there is a blue spring. You can see there right there. That spring is what returns the lever on the other side after you make a shift. So this whole mechanism right here works in conjunction with this spring. The trouble is, the spring is still there, but there's a pin right here where I'm pointing. I'm going to show you better in a second. And that pin is connected to this little pawl here, which is part of that shaft. That pin has sheared off right here where I'm pointing, and that is a fairly common problem. Now I'm going to move this by hand. Hopefully you can see this. If I push that down, you see this right here. That pin is supposed to be connected to that pawl right there, but it has sheared off. You can see where I'm pointing right here with the machinist pick. That small area right there is the only connection. And it's really not much metal there, so it's pretty common for that to shear off. And now the problem is this part, which is an entire assembly, is no longer available from Triumph. I mean, it should be available. It's back ordered till Kingdom Come. So we cannot get this part. So instead, we're going to have to try to fix this ourselves. Let me put this pin back where it basically should be. And I am certainly not the first one to think of this, but a fairly common response to this is to take this all apart. You got to get this shaft out and then install a bolt. So you're going to have to drill and tap through this and into that pin in order to insert an M5 bolt through that. And some people will also weld on that bolt so it won't come apart. Some people use Loctite, but you have to have some method to keep it in place. But that's really the only fix right now. The part's not available, so this is what we're left to do.
The hell?
We're a little off.
I mean, the bit's so flimsy that as soon as it touches it...
not perfect, but well, I don't think it really matters, but it's going to want to follow the other hole now. That's pretty good. That's right. I think it is turning. I can't tell though. Yeah, that came out.
Nothing's really coming out. There we go. I mean, do you think we should put that in a vise?
No, it's not turning. That's good. All right, let's get caught up here. One thing I want to emphasize is that it's pretty tricky to get a straight hole drilled through this pin here. This is only about 3/4 of an inch long. And there are different diameters here. So when you try to clamp that into something, it's pretty tricky. So we used a drill press. You could also try to do it freehand. But the main problem is clamping it so that it doesn't move and then getting started in the center. Now, one trick to do is to use a punch and punch a hole with a hammer right in the center to get your drill bit started. However, this is so small, and again, you're trying to hold that while you're doing the punch. It's pretty tricky. So I didn't punch it. I don't know that it matters really. And this hole that we got in here ultimately is not perfectly straight, but it's good enough. The main thing is, once we get this machine screw in here, we want this to be straight this way and flat right here, and it is. So I don't think it's really a big deal. Now, I used threadlocker on this and let that dry overnight. And that is supposed to be oil resistant. Nonetheless, I'm not fully confident in that holding over time. So what I'd like to do now is put a little tack weld right here between the screw head and that pawl, and maybe a little tack weld inside here so that I get the end of the machine screw and this pin welded together. And if I could do those two things, I'll feel a lot better about this repair. Now, I'm not a great welder. I'm just using flux core wire But it's really not that critical that it look pretty. I just need to get some weld here and some weld there, and that's good enough. All right, I think that's it. Not the prettiest welds, but I think that got penetration. So I have a tack here and a tack here. That's two that'll hold that head of that screw in place. And I did get some into that hole there. You can see there's some bluing there, so I know I got some penetration. This metal was pretty soft, so I might have had a little bit too much heat there. And I did get the edge of this little area right here, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. So I think it's a pretty good repair. I think that'll hold. And that's about as good as I'm going to be able to do.